Day 235 of Everyday Bible with Ada Ukabia, Jeremiah chapter 49 and 50. My very first lesson now for verse 9 of chapter 49. Here God they say when he decide to judge you, he go complete that judgment. You know they don't half, nothing go remain. Unlike thieves wey go break into somebody house, come steal wetin they need, then they go leave the rest. Or harvesters wey go harvest then they go leave some things behind for the farm. The one way he do for the nation of Edom, na total judgment. The lesson for everybody be say, time go dey when pride and rebellion against God go bring consequences wey go become total wipeout. So that nothing from the old life, nothing from the past go remain. Make we dey waka humbly. Make God hands of correction dey gentle on our life. If not, na total destruction we dey seek for if we decide to remain stubborn. Despite the judgment wey God dey dish out nation by nation, he still get compassion for the orphans as well as the widows, the most vulnerable, the people wey others don oppress. God no forget those ones. This one dey reassure each and every one say when the wall feel like say e dey collapse on top of your head, just know say God dey still care for those who no fit defend for themselves. In our lives, we are called make we trust in God, make we trust for the care wey he get for us in times of need, in times where we get plenty. And make we try to extend that same care to others wey dey vulnerable. Now for verse 16 of the same chapter, we see where God dey talk about pride. The nation of Edom then think say, their strength, their stronghold, everything wey dem get, e go keep them secure. But God they remind them say, no matter how you tall reach, wherever your height dey, e no dey beyond the reach of God. Pride fit deceive us. It fit make us believe say, we dey safe, we no need God in our life. But this particular verse na gentle call for all of us make we remain humble, no matter how high we don rise, whether na for promotion, whether na status, whether na money, whether na celebrity life you want to live, wherever that height. Because in the first instance, na God na dey promote people. So wherever that thing carry you go, make you just remain humble. As them describe the kind of permanent destruction wey go come upon nations like Hazor in verse 33, na reminder say the choices wey we dey make today, then they get lasting consequences. So there are parts in life where once we take those ones, the scars wey we go leave behind, they no fit erase them. Be wise, waka in the ways wey God don design or designate for him people. Because if we no do so, destruction dey front and it fit become permanent. Now for chapter 50 verse 5, we see where God give restoration a possibility. When people come together and then turn their ways towards God, after they don't scatter them because of their sin, they don't put them, then go in exile, they come there in captivity. The way back to God now through repentance and make you rekindle that covenant where you don't really make with God. It means say no matter how far we don't wander, no matter how far we don't fall God hand, God they invite each and every one of us, make we turn back, make we look for him, and make we find life again. In verse 17, God they describe how in people then they scattered, they no get anybody who they lead them. Be like sheep who just scatter and no get shepherd. Then they vulnerable, then they open to attack, they are lost and they are torn apart. Yet God they promise saying gather all of them again. That message supposed comfort you and I, because when we feel scattered, when it be like say we dey hopeless, everything they broken in our life, we will remember say God na the shepherd wey fit restore us, wey fit gather everyone wey dey broken, so that we no go dey lost again. So come back to him. Last, in verse 46 of chapter 50, we're going to say, even the great Babylon, the great empire, the mighty, them fall. Nothing is too powerful to escape God's hand. No go place your trust in the money where you get, the status where you don't reach, the promotion where you don't gather, the power where you get, or even human strength. Because all of those ones are temporary. Instead, place your trust in God alone. Before we wrap up today, I want us to look again at this list of nations where God just they send the messages of how he will take judge each and every one of them. You go say e get some of the nations where God decide to restore, and e get some of them where say na permanent destruction. So na two groups. In one group, we see Egypt, we see Moab, we see Ammon, we see Elam. Then get a chance of restoration. The other group, like Babylon, Edom, and the Philistines, then they face permanent destruction. Why? It comes down to the posture of their heart. Nations where humble themselves, or the ones where God have mercy on, they will be restored. But the ones where decide to attach themselves, then refuse to let go of their pride, they refuse to let go of their wickedness, then continue to rebel and they stubborn against all the ways of God. Those ones, now permanent destruction, then go lose everything.